The ocean needs a voice. About 71% of Earth's surface is covered by water, water being a necessity for humans to live. Now, what if I told you that our water was being contaminated because of our own personal actions? Anthropogenic impacts are on the rise, and it's not getting any better. Throughout my life, I've experienced times where I personally didn't have any clean water and I had to adapt. And then there were times where I did have clean water and took advantage of it. Taking advantage of necessities like water can lead to people not caring and slowly turning their back on trying to help maintain that resource. You may think that this doesn't apply to you. You may say this because you've had clean drinking water your whole life. And while that might be true for you, this is not going to be true in the long run, because at the rate that the waters are being contaminated, ecosystems destroyed, and oils being spilled, that can be easily taken away. Anthropogenic impacts on oceans are negatively affecting animals just as much as humans. Hi, my name is Valerie Santana, and I will be presenting to you today what is causing our oceans to become contaminated, solutions for the issue, as well as what you can do to help the cause. As you can see here, Earth is decaying due to Earth's human impacts. In other words, the problem is that Earth's ecosystems are decaying due to anthropogenic impacts. Anthropogenic meaning any pollution caused by humans. The destruction of ecosystems in the oceans are spreading to the atmosphere as well. The contamination of these waters can impact a human's health and well-being. The human's health being affected because of the atmosphere that is being created because of these oceans releasing their toxic chemicals. According to Avila Isabel Christen, members of Department of Biometry and Environmental System Analysis and the Faculty of Environmental Resources, they all three say, that many marine mammal species are known to be impacted by various anthropogenic activities, including fisheries, hunting, transportation, oil, and gas extraction. As you can see in this image here, above we have traffic. Now, traffic is not very much discussed to be a cause of the greenhouse gas emission. However, it's one of the main contributors. When you're in traffic, your car is stopped. However, the gas is still being emitted and being transported through the atmosphere, then leading back into the ocean. Now down below, you can see gas extraction. Now gas extraction, the only way to get the gas extracted is by using burning of fossil fuels. These being a main contributor of carbon dioxide, which is a main greenhouse gas. And now some may say that humans aren't the main cause of the contamination of oceans. They think this because humans weren't around when the oceans were still being contaminated. And while that may be true, the increase of greenhouse gas emissions and the spike in the decaying of ecosystems have a very strong connection, as I said before. Considering that we've discussed what the downfalls and what is happening within our world, there are many solutions that we can do to help this cause. One solution would be to add more wastewater treatment plants. Wastewater treatment plants effectively remove waste from waters both chemically and biologically. As you can see in this image, here's an example of a wastewater treatment. Now, this process is already being used worldwide to help clean wastewater. However, considering that the wastewater is still being produced and our oceans are still being unclean and ecosystems are being destroyed, there is clearly not enough. Some question the need to put all that money in to treat these wastewaters. And if I were to think of this in my own perspective, water should be clean. And so considering that it is our only viable thing for us to survive and it's a necessity for humans and animals to survive, clean water is critical for us. And it should be put into perspective saying that we should put as much money as we can and time and effort to help save our planet. According to Indiana Department of Environmental Management, they say that wastewater treatment and wastewater in general include substances such as human waste, food scraps, oils, soaps, and chemicals. These things are examples shown in this image below. This is an example of wastewater. This brown, sluggish type of water is what being released into our oceans, as well as being ingested by our animals and ingested by us. Accidentally, though. And although it's accidental, it is still our fault, as well as it is for the environment as well. Now let's visualize and put this into perspective. If we don't pursue this situation, humans and animals will become sick from intaking the contamination of waters. As I said before, the human waste, the food scraps, as well as the oils and soaps being spilled into these waters are what we are intaking. This can lead to brain issues as well as kidney issues and just stomach issues in general for us humans, and it can cause contamination for the animals inside of their bodies. Once we put my solution into full drive, oceans will become cleaner much faster and efficiently and effectively. Now, the action that can be taken. Anthropogenic impacts on oceans are contaminating animals as well as humans, as I said before. There are many ways to help lessen the impact humans have on the contamination of waters. For example, as you can see in these images, you can remove trash from the ocean using reusable practice as well as using biodegradable plastics. These will help not end up in piles on the ocean. As you can see to the right, you can see an example of biodegradable products. For biodegradable products, they use starch-based, soy-based, as well as cellulose-based products. And for reusable plastics, instead of using a plastic water bottle that is constantly being thrown into the ocean, not on purpose, but accidentally, you can use a metal one that you can reuse every single day. Now on the right, you can see just a group of people helping clean the ocean simply by picking up the trash that is by the waters as well as on the sand. Now, if you really think about this, if you don't decide to take action, there's only a matter of time before clean water becomes a rarity in our world. And however, if you do decide to help our community, we will end up standing up for the animals suffering because of our own destructive activities. Considering that the ocean is home to many animals, but as much as the land is home to us humans, it is important that we treat both with the same respect. Now, according to the United Nations Communities of Ocean Action, human well-being cannot be achieved without the protection and conservation of Earth's ecosystem. The ocean, just like I said before, and other bodies of water make up 71% of our planet. With our help, we can keep our waters clean, our ecosystem safe, and it just takes one step to make a change. Thank you.